So, okay, we are recording. Hi, Darian. I'm just going to start a PowerPoint, so if you just want to like mute yourself. Okay, let me share. Okay, can you guys see that? Nod, good. Cool. Okay, so Emerald decision, obviously, like it's thinking back to when I first started. I think we make Emerald seem way more challenging and difficult than it is. And I'm sure some of you guys who now maybe either have been in the business for a little bit longer or have decided now to start working, like you realize how much simpler it was than you thought. So it's really just a mindset of saying like, I'm going to make this happen. There are plenty of ways to make it happen. And we'll talk about that later. So, and it's really just like the first step. Like I said, it's like the bread and butter of our business in moving forward. So, what is Emerald? Hopefully all of you guys do know this because there's not any like super new coaches on here, / hopefully myself or your coach has explained this to you. But Emerald is just you plus 2. So a coach on your left leg, a coach on your right leg, and both coaches have to be active with 50 personal volume as well as you have to be active. So if you know, I know like some coaches have said like they didn't realize that those coaches in their downline had to be active. So they signed up 2 people, they weren't active, and then they were like, why am I not Emerald? Or one of them drops from being active to inactive and they lose their Emerald. And people are like, well, I have 2 coaches. So I just want to make sure we know that it is like both coaches active with 50 PV. There are tons of ways, obviously, especially for if your coaches are discount coaches, there are tons of ways to stay active. And I think that's something as a team I want to start explaining to people, especially as we are bringing on discount coaches. You know, if you're going to be a discount coach, like it is for the products, it's because you love the products and you want to keep them active with the products. So whether it's they love Shakeology, they're drinking it every day and you don't even have to worry about them ever dropping it inactive, or maybe they love Energize or you know, Recover. Maybe it's someone who likes to go to the gym, but you know that you have Energize and Recover, which are great. And so someone can do that. We have beach bars now, accessory bundles, like there's apparel. Like you guys, I kept Nick's account active this month because I bought apparel like tank tops for challengers who won my September challenge group. So something as simple as that, instead of going to Amazon or going online or Etsy and buying a cute tank top, I went and bought one from Beachbody, and it was like 26 PV. So I get 2 tank tops for challengers, and we get a discount on it, of course, and that keeps active. So for you guys too, just keep that in mind because we are going to talk about spouse accounts. So it's important to know that there are like so many different ways that you can stay active. So why Emerald? So you guys, Emerald is seriously, and anyone who's been in this business, like hopefully like Haley and Kate and like other people can nod their heads about this. Like it is so important for your business to hit Emerald. First of all, just like the confidence of it being the first rank advancement, you're going to get shout outs from your coaches. You're going to be shout out in our team pages on, like I shout out my coaches and I know you guys do too, on your personal social media. Like it's just like when you wake up and you're Emerald, you're like, oh my gosh, like wait, I'm actually building a business. I think it's that moment when this is real. This all becomes real. And I think everyone would agree with me that they felt that when they hit Emerald. And the Big Mo is what's on there. But it starts to build that momentum. Like you start to have confidence in yourself and you're like, hey, I can maybe do this. Like I already have 2 coaches. Like it's not that many more to add another one. Like say go Emerald again. And you start to believe that you can actually do this, and you start sending more invites, you start reaching out to more people about your challenge groups, and it's just all of that just compiles on top of each other because of this one rank advancement. So like the confidence is just huge. So the second thing about Emerald is you get a team cycle bonus. So if you are Emerald, I won't get like super deep into it, but basically when you am I frozen? Okay, there. Good. Okay. Sorry. So team cycle bonus, basically, essentially every 100 volume on your week leg, you're going to get a $14 bonus. So, it doesn't seem huge in the moment when you're thinking about it. You're like, oh, it's $14. But you guys, it's $14 extra. And especially if this is like a side hustle or just something to help pay for groceries or bills, like $14 is $14. And it starts to add up more and more as you do start to go Emerald again and again. You'll see that the more volume that week leg can create, you could cycle, 2-3 times every single week. So you're starting to make 28, 35, however, whatever that math is. Clearly numbers aren't my thing right now on the top of my head, but it starts to add up to those extra just few bucks here and there. So it's really cool, like the potential that you have with cycle bonus. And that's when you start to see that you can get those bonuses from Beachbody. The other thing is you get free customers. So anytime that someone just goes to the website, or maybe we have ads on Instagram, like Beachbody does all this stuff to promote like our products. So if someone just hears about it, or, someone might follow Autumn. Like I know this happened a ton in January, is we were getting a ton of free leads of people getting bod or even challenge packs and 80-day obsession packs because people just followed like Autumn or other people in the cast, and they would just go to the website because Autumn's not a coach, so you can't buy anything from her. So they would just go to the website and purchase, Beachbody on Demand, and like the free leads and the free customers were like a huge increase. So like during those times especially, but constantly, people just go to the website, they hear about Beachbody, and they get Beachbody on Demand, or they get Shakeology, or they get Energize or whatever. And Beachbody on Demand is like pretty much the most common one. People will sign up for that. And if you are Emerald and you are hitting Success Club, you get free customers. So it's literally free money on top of free volume. So the more volume you're creating, the more you have the opportunity to cycle, and potentially could be Success Club points. I know it's happened for me. It's happened for Kayla. I know other coaches, like someone purchases a challenge pack and you're going to get Success Club points. And I know from like in times that has literally helped me hit Success Club for that month because of free customers. So another way, it's super important. And then it shows others that you're serious about this business. So it just, like say, it proclaims that you're like, I'm in it. I want to work this business, not just to help other people like get their health and fitness and get their life in check, but also to show them the potential with this business, because we all love coaching and you want to be able to share what that has done and share with others. So how to get Emerald. Hopefully you guys should all know this, but you need to be an active coach with 50 PV. You need to sign an active coach on your left leg and sign up an active coach on your right leg. So, and like say, we're going to work a little bit on here together to just like brainstorm a list, and then sending out invites tonight and tomorrow. Like that's how especially tonight, tomorrow is Thursday. So like tomorrow is the opportunity to go Emerald. And like putting in that work and getting those coaches signed up, like that's going to determine your momentum. So who should I sign up as a coach? You guys you'd have to think like bigger and outside of the box as far as like getting people to Emerald. And there are so many little things here and there. Your spouse, if you have not signed up your spouse, do that like yesterday. Like your spouse is so important. I think we all have, or someone, if you don't have a spouse, like sign up your dad or your mom or a family member, a sister, or someone that wants to help you succeed, that you could potentially build their business in the future if you needed to. So I know like I signed up my dad when I first started. He was one of my coaches because at the time Nick was not necessarily on board. But like if you can talk to your spouse, and I now have Nick on as a coach. But if you guys need to message me, if your spouse is not on board, I will give you 1,000,001 reasons why you need to sign up your spouse. And that potentially, like say in the future, you can build that account, and it just essentially you get to double dip on income and on everything else. So it helps you in the future. And just trust me when I say I kick myself in the butt every single day for not just doing it for Nick when I started 2 years ago. So trust me when I say just do it and sign up your spouse. Like I said, your family, like who in your family, make a list of who you think would just like to support you. Just say like, hey, like I'm doing this. I would really love your support. Like, I think we get so scared to ask people, and you're never going to know what they're going to say unless you ask. And a lot of people are going to want to support us just because they love us and they want to see us like do better. And if you talk to them, like pick up the phone and call them or send them a voice message. Or if you see them in person, like I don't live close to family, so that's not an option for me. But like, I think you'd be surprised when they see like the passion and how much you care about this. And not just like the business side, but that you're like, this is an amazing product. Like, let's get you some Shakeology. Like, it's going to make you feel better, especially like family with health issues. Like, I know some of my family is not the healthiest. And so being able to present Shakeology to them and say like, this is going to be like the healthiest option for you every single day. Like you don't know until you ask, and you would be surprised like how many people would be willing to help you out just because they love you. Hardworking friends. Like, I know for me in the beginning of this business, like one of the things I didn't do was reach out to actual like closest friends and family as well. Like now I look back and I'm like, oh, so many people wanted to do this and help me because they want to support you. But your friends, especially too, I think we're scared of that like judgment and fail, like just like the fear of what our closest friends will think. So we don't ask them, but like, you guys are all go-getters, so surely you hang out with people who are go-getters. So like think about your friends and who could benefit from this. And again, who would just be like, I will try it because I want to support you. So think about those people. Someone who would benefit from the products clearly are rockstar challengers. If you've been coaching for longer than a month, hopefully you have some girls who are showing up, who are using the products. Hopefully you're talking to them and making sure they like their shakes or they like their performance line or they like the beach bars or whatever they're doing. If they are on Shakeology, are they drinking it every single day? If not, why? Is it because they're concerned about money? Hello, discount coach. Is it because they forget? Hello, help them with meal plans. Like make sure that it's put in their meal plan every single day. So things like that, making sure we're being good coaches so that our customers are using the products that they bought, but then also that just in turn becomes good coaches because they love the products and they want to share it with others. Or if they're not ready for that, discount coaches. So people we can ask. And think of all the products we offer. Like say maybe you have a cousin that's a male and he loves, like male is M-A-L-E, but he loves going, that's like sounded weird. I don't know, it's like a male. But maybe you have someone, that just loves going to the gym, but they love Recover. You guys, Recover is 62 volumes. So that alone keeps you active as a coach. Like you don't even need Energize and everything else, just Recover. So maybe it's someone who wants extra protein, they're like all big and buff, like at the gym. And then you're like, oh, do you have a couple friends that would want to do this, and get them going? And then now your friend who just loves the gym is making, $30 a month just from getting a few friends to use Recover. So it's like things like that, just like thinking about those options. There's tons and tons of options. And then the last thing is military members or spouses of active military don't have to pay the coach fee. So they don't have to pay $16 a month. So they literally can get discounts on our products for nothing. So if you know people that are in the military, if you know whether military or retired military, the spouse can only be a spouse of an active military. But if you know someone, tell them like, let's just go ahead and sign you up as a coach. It's going to cost you nothing. And moving forward, you're going to save 25% on all your products. And I know you're going to love them because I'm going to work with you to make sure that you love them. So that is like an easy thing. So if you know anyone that is in the military or spouses, like reach out to them and talk to them because that's an easy coach. So that's Emerald. How, why, all of that. So, we're going to take action tonight. We, like I say, the answer is always going to be no unless you ask. So you never know until you ask. And if you always live in fear, you will never reach your dreams or potential. That's like my little speech for you guys tonight as everyone just stares at me blankly. But, and if so, I'm going to even extend it not just for 24 hours, but until basically tomorrow at 11:59, anyone who adds 2 coaches, so even if you're already diamond, I don't care. If you go Emerald, as in you add 2 coaches to your team by tomorrow midnight, then I'm going to send a prize that is going to be like workout clothing gear related. So hopefully you don't do it for the prize, but it's just an extra nice incentive to reach out to some people and get some coaches added and build some momentum as we go into hopefully then you'll hit Success Club for this. I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Sweet Jesus. Okay. Well, we're still recording, so that's good. But so like say, hopefully you're not doing this for just a prize, but it is a nice little incentive if we can go Emerald. So I am going to, if you want to unmute yourselves, you can. If anyone has any questions specifically about anything Emerald wise, then let me know and ask. But what I want to spend pretty much like the next 10 minutes, I talked fast enough, so hopefully not too fast. Like say, I think for most of you guys, this is general knowledge. But I want to spend like the next 10 minutes just writing down names, like whether it's on your phone, if you, or like an actual notebook. I want you to just think about people, whether like say we're all in different places in this business. So whether it's customers, whether it's potential customers, whether it's family, whether it's military, whether it's friends, whoever it is that you can think of, I want you to write down names of people that you are going to invite tonight, and we are pushing to hit Emerald for tomorrow. So just start writing down names. If you have any questions, unmute yourself, you can ask questions, all of that jazz.
Takes me back, put it on my face. Do they have any other crap?
No, this is it.
And you guys too, if you like have questions or want to know, like, because after you make a list, if you want to start sending invites and just utilize this time we're here together, like if you have any questions about like, not sure what to say or I'm overthinking this, like always just ask, because I feel like a lot of times just hearing someone else say how they would send or do anything like that, like I know we can all benefit from that sometimes. So if you're like, I want to ask this person, but I'm scared or whatever, just ask. And also a lot of times, like I refer to, if someone like is inviting strictly for like a discount coach, I'll refer to them as like a preferred discount customer, because sometimes the word coach just freaks people out. So you can say like, would you like to be like a discount customer or a preferred customer? And then, you obviously have to explain like the $15 fee. You can say like, there's different ways to explain it, but as far as, well, it's a fee that covers like the office and stuff that you wouldn't utilize, but you are still going to save $16 a month, even with the coach fee and the discount. So it's just another way to kind of call it not a discount coach if the person is just like really standoffish about being a coach in general.
Hey, you said for military, if they're like a military spouse, the spouse has to be active in the military.
Yeah, so if it's like a retired military, then the spouse doesn't get the fee waived, only the military.
Okay,
So like if it's a spouse, they have to be a spouse of an active military.
right. Okay.
Okay, so take like one more minute if you like are writing down, but hopefully you guys maybe thought outside of the box or thought of some people you haven't thought of before, or even maybe just got courageous enough to write down some names of people that you know you should invite and haven't yet, and you will have the courage to invite them because why not? Does anyone have any questions or like concerns or want to talk through maybe some invites that they're going to send or anything at all? Speak now or forever hold your peace. You muted, boo. There we go.
Tried to unmute it, it didn't work. So like, I don't like inviting my close friends. Like it makes me really nervous and I don't like it. So how do you go about doing that? Like, what do you say? Like, give me an example. Like, if you invite me, I was your best friend, but I wasn't a good.
Hey, I struggle with this too, so it's hard. But I mean, they obviously know what you're doing. I
Right.
think that's like the first thing. And so like my best friend, like one of my best friends, Chelsea, just came and like she just started on with Beachbody, like literally like 2 weeks ago, and she came and visited, and I felt like it was like awkward because I'm like, I know you want to work out with me, like you know what I mean, because you're like, it's like your friend, and like you've never had that relationship of Beachbody with them. So I think it's just like being honest with them, and like obviously you're gonna text because most of the time you have your best friend's number, so I would just text and, is Whitney on? No, she got off. It's like I feel like Whitney, we were talking about this a while ago, and she actually reached out to both of her like best friends, and one of them like came on. So I think it's more just being open and vulnerable and just say like, hey, like, you know me, I'm not trying to like get you to do anything you don't want to do, and you know this is like something real for me. I've been doing it for a while and I've seen incredible results, and I just really think that you would benefit from this because of X, Y, and Z. And you know, I know like you want to be like, we're friends and you want to be supportive, so I just wanted to reach out to you and hope you understand like where I'm coming from, and hopefully like we can have an open conversation about this, or like something like that. And I know it's hard and like awkward, but I would just be like just really candid about it and just
Yeah, for sure.
and like see what they say. But I definitely think that's like my weak point for sure, and probably like I feel like a lot of coaches will say that they were most fearful. I think someone even talked about that. I don't know if it was on a training or on the National Wake Up Call or something, but they were saying like, don't not invite your friends and family, because that's what most coaches do, is they like skip past and they go to like friends, but not like close friends, or they go to acquaintances or coworkers, or which is good too. Like I think your coworkers is a good place for discount coaches because they see you every day, like they see the changes you're making, and we see them face to face. And I know sometimes it's more awkward to talk face to face about Beachbody than to hide behind our computer and like just message them like when we're not at work, like and talk to them about it. But they're the people that see you, so it's an easy conversation because they can see like how passionate you are about it, and say like, hey, I have this new challenge group, or we have this current challenge group, and I have this awesome opportunity for you to get discounts on it. You see how much it like has changed my life, and how much like physically or mentally or whatever the case, maybe you're just happier, maybe you're not as negative when you're at work. Like I know so many like medical field girls in here, and I know that can be like, in a lack of a better word, a miserable field sometimes. Like I know there's a lot of negativity in that, and so if someone just sees you being a light and sees that you have changed habits, like that can be big for them. So don't be afraid to like talk to someone face to face too, for a lot of you guys. But
For sure. Thanks.
cool. Does anyone else have any fears, questions, thoughts, concerns, like scared to message? It's okay.
I
But
feel like just saying something real quick, like going back to inviting like your friends and family, because like they might not understand exactly that like this is a business.
yes.
Like my dad like had no clue that like I could make money from this and that it could be like an actual job. And so he just knew that I was like coaching, which to him, he's also just kind of like, I mean, you're a nutritionist and we've always done fitness. So like it wasn't really anything new to him. But like he was having me buy his Shakeology on my account. And I remember trying to be like, you should just sign up as a discount coach. And he was like immediately like, no. But then like a few months later, I explained it to him and he was just like, oh, wait. So I was explaining the whole rank system. And I was like, I just went up to Emerald. I'm trying to go to Diamond. And I was explaining it. And he's just like, wait a second. So like, can I sign up as a coach and it helps you? Can your mom sign up as a coach and it helps you? And I'm like, I've literally been trying to tell y'all for months, but like, I didn't try as hard because like that first time that my dad shot it down, I was just like, all right, like retreat back to your hole. So, I mean, they just might not like realize that it helps you.
Yeah, I had to do that with my stepmom. Like I literally like for 2 hours sat there and explained like why she would even become a coach and like all this stuff. So I got you, boo. I understand.
And how many of us actually have a parent? I know Haley, Kayla, Whitney does, Allie now, like me. Like you can't forget about your parents. Like they love us and they want to support us. And a lot of times they might not understand. Like if you guys have been in challenge groups with my mom, like she is the best challenger, hands down. That woman fought me kicking and screaming to start Shakeology. And I told her she was going to do it pretty much straight up because I wanted to hit Success Club my first month. And then she fought becoming a discount coach. And she did it anyways because she loves me. And she was like, well, if it's going to help you, I guess I'll do it. And Joy's probably laughing because she knows my mom and worked for her and knows her stubbornness. But she was like, I'll just do it because I know to support you and whatever. And like explaining like it's going to help me. She was reluctant, but she did it. So I think a lot of times, like Kate said, like explaining that this is a business and that it will help you succeed and be better for you. Like sometimes it just takes that, like explaining that to people. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask. And like say, if you get shut down, don't be afraid to ask again. Cause I know sometimes it sucks. That's what I think is really hard for us, is being shut down by someone that we truly like love and care about. And that's really close to us. So we don't ask those people, but it doesn't change who you are as a person. It doesn't change your relationship with that person. I think a lot of times that's what we like think is going to happen, is we're like, oh, well, if I invite them and they don't want to do it, then they're not going to want to be my friend anymore. And that's like just silly. And it's not the case. So, hopefully you guys will reach out to some people that maybe you've been scared to reach out to, or that like could just really, really use what we have. Like you guys, we have amazing products and we have amazing community. Clearly, how many of us are on here at 9:00 on a Wednesday when I'm sure like there's other stuff we need to be getting done, or there's family members we want to spend time with, like real jobs you might need to do, not real jobs, this is a real job, like full-time jobs that you might need to do stuff for. Like I get it, and this community is awesome, our products are amazing, the challenge groups are awesome. Like don't sell that short. Like don't sell yourself short. You're a coach for a reason and you have something to share, and like you have the power to change someone's lives. So don't be afraid to reach out and tell someone like, no, like I can help you, like we are going to do this together. And don't like, be confident in yourself, be confident in our company, be confident in our products. So cool. We have like 2 minutes left before we get shut off, but that's pretty much like what I wanted to do, just go over that and have you guys like hopefully just boost your confidence a little bit to go out and invite some people. And hopefully maybe we'll wake up tomorrow with some people, some new coaches on our teams, and hopefully we'll have some new emeralds for those of you who aren't emeralds, and then for those of us who are beyond, have emerald again and again. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Like say, I know for some of you who are there, it kind of is easy to shut it out, but hopefully you realize like how important this stuff is, and just to know it, because again, we're going to be teaching it on and on to coaches as we continue to grow our businesses. Like, it's our job to continue to mentor and help. So we need to know why Emerald is the baseline of everything in this business. So cool. Yay. All right. Well, I will upload this recording into the group later, and I hope you guys have a lovely Wednesday and great rest of your week. And I love you all, and I'll chat with you soon.